Hi guys, welcome back. So the irony of this video isn't lost on me. I just made a video on all the things I'm looking forward to in 2021, including the Lions tour to South Africa. But that now is in real jeopardy as they're making a decision at the end of January over whether this tour is going to go ahead. And with the state of, COVID-19 in South Africa in particular, considering they haven't rolled out the vaccine yet and there's issues with variants and vaccines and things like that, it is in genuine trouble of not happening. So I'm sorry that's bad news. Hopefully it will go ahead, as in option one. I'm going to go through the options that could happen here. Option one is it just goes ahead with fans, and to do that they're going to have to take a real punt here. If they're making a decision at the end of January, they're essentially guessing that vaccinations will have worked. They're at a stage in the UK, Ireland and South Africa where things are safe enough to go ahead with fans, because they have said if there's no fans in stadiums, they just won't do the Lions tour for monetary reasons, mainly I would guess. So option one is it goes ahead, but that would be very speculative. It'd be a big problem if then at the last minute it got cancelled. All the refunds, etc. would be a nightmare. Now option two, which I think is the most logical, I guess, if you're just thinking about it, is to move the tour forwards to 2022. However, even though that seems easy, I just don't think it will happen. A lot of the nations involved have got tours already, got a series already even organised with other big teams. And just remember, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, they are separate to the British and Irish Lions. They're a separate entity. So really, they don't owe them anything, if you like. And really, the British and Irish Lions, as great as it is for fans, doesn't particularly give the nations anything useful. Sure, the players get exposure and experience at a great level, but they get injured, they get knackered mentally and physically, and it doesn't actually really help them, even though we want to have both. So I can't see the nations bending over backwards for the Lions and saying, sure, we'll cancel all our plans, we'll give you all our best players and we'll play these big series without our best players. I just can't see that happening, even though it is a possibility, I guess. So option three is one that we've heard of in the media, around social media, is kind of what I would call a reverse tour, where South Africa actually travel to the UK and Ireland. It seems pretty harsh to South African fans. Well, it is very harsh to South African fans because they won't be able to go to games. If you're not going to have fans travelling to South Africa, you're certainly not going to have fans travelling from South Africa to the UK and Ireland. So they're not going to see any live games. I guess, they get to see it on the TV, but still not the same at all. I mean, ironically, financially, it would probably do pretty well in the UK and Ireland. Big stadiums, whatever the capacity is allowed, they'd fill them out. TV companies would be pretty happy. It's a unique experience, if you like. It's a one-off, so it's going to make plenty of money. Sponsors' TV rights would happen. However, the whole tour concept is gone. You haven't got the players from four nations coming together, going to a different country, experiencing, hostile fans, experiencing different situations, altitude, etc. They wouldn't have the South African domestic teams beating them up physically and mentally in the warm-up games. So a lot of the advantages that South Africa would have had would be gone, and I think it would actually be reversed and make the Lions favourite with the UK tour, which kind of isn't the idea. The idea is the advantage for the Lions is their four nations and their best players, and the advantage for South Africa, Australia or New Zealand is they get to play at home with a settled team, home advantage, etc. So I think it's probably the best option at the moment. It gets the series, not the tour, I guess. It gets the series happening. We'll still get great rugby, but it is not the tour. It's not really what it's meant to be all about. Option four, I guess, is the tour is just cancelled. It's too hard. No one can agree, and it just gets scrapped. And the nations just go off on their summer fixtures as normal if they have them. That's obviously a really bad option, and I really think they should pursue option three, the reverse tour, first. I can't see them delaying it, I really can't. Or it just goes ahead as normal. Anyway guys, I'd just love to know what you guys think about this situation. What do you think is most likely to happen, especially if you're in South Africa at the moment? What do you think is likely to happen there? And which of the options do you think you'd go for? Would you just cancel it? Would you move it and say to the nations, tough, this is more important? Would you try and elbow it in somehow, make it really short? I don't know. Or do you go for the reversed option where South Africa actually tour the UK and Ireland? Anyway guys, love to know what you think. This is a serious issue and one we probably need to look at, and I will see you next time.